韩师弟，请。
还是师兄先来吧。
I have to say, the animation's character design is absolutely top tier. In the novel, this was just a brief subplot mentioned in passing, but the Donghua has fleshed him out into such a compelling character. Today, we're talking about the Encyclopedia of the Scattered Star Seas, and the Gold Lightning Bamboo Wholesaler, Han Li.
还不知前辈高明。
本作选股上人萧刹。
Bone Sage, Xiao Cha, once dominated the entire Scattered Star Seas. To countless cultivators, he was a ruthless and calculating Grand Archfiend. Hundreds of years ago, he was already a legendary figure in the demonic path. He rose to fame with his ultimate technique, the Profundity Yin. Scripture, it is considered one of the most elite demonic arts in the Star Seas. The scripture contains 15 forbidden secret arts, including blood sacrifice, heaven to corpse flame, incarnation, and illusion star art. Blood sacrifice allows him to consume others' essence to boost his cultivation. Heaven to corpse flame incinerates everything. Not even grass grows where it touches. The illusion star art lets him mimic anyone with zero flaws. It's virtually impossible to detect. His external incarnation possesses its own consciousness, essentially giving him a second life.
这身体。
Thanks to these god-defying secret arts, Xiao Cha became a name that shook the Scattered Star Seas. He entered the heaven-venerated hall twice. He even captured a Star Palace elder alive, just to uncover the secrets of the heaven-supplementing pill. Yet, a nascent soul powerhouse who was a nightmare for both good and evil ended up meeting his end in the most unexpected place. Back in his prime, Xiao Cha feared no one, not the Star Palace, nor the righteous path. He never imagined the ultimate betrayal would come from those closest to him. He founded Profundity Yin Island and took to disciples Zenith Yin Ji Yin and Zenith Mirage Ji Huan. He claimed to be teaching them everything, but as he later admitted to Han Li, he intentionally left flaws in the techniques he taught them. For 3 days every year when yang energy is at its peak, Zenith Yin would be unable to circulate his qi. This was the trump card he kept up his sleeve. This deception sowed the seeds of his own tragedy. Zenith Yin and Zenith Mirage weren't grateful for his teachings. Instead, they secretly plotted a deadly trap. In an ancient cultivator ruin, they used venom from a demon serpent and daggers forged from gold lightning bamboo to ambush and critically wound Bone Sage, even with a destroyed body. A nascent soul cultivator can usually escape, but his disciples had already set up a massive formation and used spirit-sealing pillars to lock down the entire ruin. In that moment, the proudest overlord of the Scattered Star Seas became nothing more than a caged animal. The pain of being betrayed by his own disciples is something most can't even imagine. Once Zenith Yin and Zenith Mirage succeeded, they immediately turned on each other. One fled, his fate unknown. The other took over the legacy of Profundity Yin Island and renamed it Zenith Yin Island. A once mighty lineage was now reduced to nothing but schemes and treachery. While Zenith Yin rose to power in the outside world, Xiao Cha was barely clinging to life in the dark abyss. Anyone else would have given up in despair, waiting for their soul to dissipate. But not Bone Sage. His pride was unshakable. Even with his body destroyed, even with a century of imprisonment, he refused to accept this and died to seek vengeance. He chose a different path, sacrificing his cultivation to become a ghost cultivator. This meant giving up on reincarnation forever. He had to abandon everything he once was. But Xiao Cha didn't hesitate. He forcibly refined his remnant soul, eventually transforming into a profound soul body, no longer restricted by the rules of possession. A true ghost cultivator was born. In that sunless darkness, he waited patiently for a single opportunity. But Zenith Yin had already stationed guardians and placed multiple layers of restrictions. His only hope was for an outsider to break in, and that chance came when Han Li's group stumbled into the ruin and shattered the formation. Finally, the pillars were pulled, and the guardian was slain. Bone Sage was ecstatic. Not only did he regain his freedom, but he also obtained the powerful body of Crooked Soul. Xiao Cha could finally see the light of revenge. He thought this was his grand comeback, but inside the heaven-venerated hall, fate took a sharp turn. Along the way, he and Hanli worked together while plotting against each other. To handle the Azure Heaven Divine Lightning, he even allied with a 1,000-year-old ghost cultivator. Yet, Hanli still held the upper hand. Eventually, he obtained the Glacial Blue Flame and fused it into the Sure Saint Flame. He was confident he could wipe out Hanli in one go. You could say Bone Sage died because he knew too much about the Star Seas.
又是笔写神雷，真的还有。
He never expected Hanli to have an endless supply of gold lightning bamboo swords and divine lightning. It was pouring down like it cost nothing. All of Bone Sage's calculations crumbled instantly. The Sure Saint Flame exploded out of control due to his desperation. There was no escape. In the original novel, his remnant soul survived inside a bamboo sword, only to be devoured by the soul-devouring beast, but the Anim chose a different path. Faced with certain death, he chose to self-destruct with dignity. Instead of lingering in shame, he went out on his own terms. This touch of grace made him one of the most memorable characters. The Zenith art shook the story sea. His nascent power made demons flee. A life of mastery, a soul so cold, betrayed by disciples, a story untold. He turned to the dark, a ghost's lonely path, 1,000 years fueled by vengeance and wrath. But the flames of his sin led to his fall. With a mocking laugh, he ended it all.
魂之身不入轮回，就不劳你动手。韩立，我们后会无期。